Are we on countdown? Oh, I was thinking done old 80 songs by Europe.
We're not on countdown. We are actually live. Hello, welcome everybody. We've already done our countdown. Just people don't pay attention. Terrible, terrible people. Commander Crash is in chat. Hello. Gingerbeard is in chat. That's dangerous, but hello.
Hello.
So we was gonna originally last time start up streaming again properly, but I've had children being ill and me being ill and other things going on, so we actually missed last session as well. But we're back. We're double digits now. We're in episode 10 of season 2 of Fall of Vaybaba. So we've got, like usual, no fancy graphics, no like gameplay, such as just like a collaborative storytelling by Mike, and we fill in the blanks and try not to die so much. We've got Walther, played by Steve Corbs, up above me. Say howdy.
Ooh.
Hello. We've got HK, who I'm sure can tell you his proper name, played by Dan Face up there.
Howdy.
And we are
Nasty
Ran.
side
I'm going
down.
to pass you over to our resident DM, Captain Gingerbeard Mike, top centre there, and take it away, Mike.
Howdy, howdy, howdy. Yeah, I wasn't actually going to mention who was ill last week. For people following us, if someone's down, we like to try and maybe press on. I have everyone's character sheets, but unfortunately, our host was down, the guy that hosts the stream, so we couldn't really continue without him. And the party wasn't in a great position to go on without him anyway. But let's jump straight into episode 9's recap, going into episode 10. So last episode, the party discovered that HK had suffered worse damage than previously thought, and after weighing up their options, decided to head east to a volcanic island known as the Scar to meet with a goblin engineer who may be able to help HK. They would travel to Hawksmouth by going cross-country, and on their second day of travel arrived into a forest known as Bleakwood. Here they were quickly set upon by a group of giant spiders, and as one remained, a voice entered Logan's head, saying in a menacing whisper, "Get out! Get out!" And so we begin this episode still in initiative. However, I had just explained to the guys I had lost my piece of paper from last week, or week before, sorry. No, in fact, longer than that, wasn't it? Somewhere. Time's lost on me. I've lost the initiative order, so we're going to re-roll initiative. I do know that first up it was Logan, then Walter, and then HK, but we'll re-roll anyway. There is one spider remaining. Guys, it's up to you. If you want to just kill it freely, I'll allow you, because they're so low level. You can just womp it if you want to, or you can let it flee and then deal with this voice in Logan's head. Of course, HK and Volta are currently unaware of the voice. So, yeah, I mean, I'll hand it over to you. However you feel, you can let this spider flee, or we can quickly re-initiative and then see where we go from there. In fact, do you know what? I'm going to make that decision for you. I think we should redo initiative, because it will help with the order of things after you've made that decision. Do you want to kill the spider or not?
We're on an 11.
So let's do that. So if everyone could roll initiative, please.
16.
So Logan is 11.
Yes.
Walter is 16. HK?
I've got 12.
You're on 12. Cool. Let's roll for that one. That is a 15. Sweet. Okay, so the first to act with this new initiative might not be the same as previously. Volta would be the first to act.
Good egg. Yeah. In that case, seeing as nobody's made a move to escape, I'm going to blast the spider with Eldritch Blast.
Cool. Go for it.
I'm going to try anyway, you know. What was he first? Oh, ho, ho. The first one is a natural 20.
Yeah, you're gonna kill it. You're definitely gonna kill it. So I'll just say yes. Your spell goes off. You blast it, and it explodes into a pile of ichor, as did its fallen brethren. Um, Not to try and take anything away from you, but I mean, a nat 20 on a spider is going to probably kill it.
Yeah.
Cool. So,
Squelchy spider.
let's go. We'll stay in initiative order. Squelchy spider. We'll stay in initiative order because we have to deal with Logan and this voice in his head. HK, it would be your turn next. So, to paint the picture for you, you are in a cramped woodland or forest. There were thorns and other things, bushes all around you, thick, dense trees. You were to set upon by a group of, I think it was about 9 spiders, which had descended from the trees. And, well, Logan hasn't reacted yet because it's not his turn. But you have just seen the last spider dispatched. So you are going to stay in initiative because you don't really know what's going on just yet.
Pretty sure I will have been raging, so I just sort of start like pacing a little bit, sort of slowing down, coming out of that rage slowly. I've got like uh, windscreen wash fluid squirting out now and again accidentally from my face.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
If you want to hold an action or anything like that, it's entirely up to you. I mean, it's one of those at the moment. You don't really know what's going on. If not, then it'll be over to. Go on.
I probably consciously can't.
Well, it'll be
hold
over to Logan. Okay. No, that's cool. I mean, if you want to
Am I right in assuming that
Yes,
this
Luke.
is like a compulsion and I just kind of start walking?
So yes, I will give you this one for free as DM to player. You are under the influence of a. Where did I have it wrote down? Where's it gone? You are under the influence of a spell known as. Suggestion. I did actually have it right here, so I could reference it. The exact wording, but basically, as long as it's not going to cause harm to you, you must do as the suggestion was, as you failed the save for it. I'm just going to bring up.
Is it a sort of save per turn, or is it just you failed
so
it, so keep going?
You failed it, and so I'm just going to bring up the actual wording on it because I had it written down here, but it's gone. So you suggest a course of activity, which I did, and you're influenced to do that. You creatures that can't be charmed or immune to this effect. No, you're not immune to charm. You made your wisdom saving throw and you failed it. You must pursue the course of action you described to the best of its ability. So I said to you, get out. The suggested course of action can continue for the entire duration. If the suggested activity can be completed in a short time, the spell ends when the subject finishes what it has to do. I can also specify conditions that will trigger a special activity during the duration. For example, you might suggest to a knight give her warhorse. There, that's pointless. Basically, it lasts for up to 8 hours. So for 8 hours, you are currently compelled to get out. And that's a free piece of information I'll give you. Logan would not know that. He would not know why he is doing this. The other two do not know that this happened to you. So we must role play that as it is. So Logan would probably be trying to turn and run away, basically.
In that case, I'm gonna just start walking backwards, and then he's turning and he's sort of looking down at himself, not knowing what's going on. He's like, "Guys, I can't stop this," and he's just walking. He's like, "Help!" He's just sort of slowly walking.
I don't even think I don't think you would. I don't think that is how it would work out. I think you'd probably just, I must go. I have to go. I need to leave. I don't know. I don't think you'd. I don't know. Would you? I don't know.
I don't know. Your DM.
Well, role play it that way. That's fine. That's fine. I mean, I personally think that because the effect you would be like, I must leave. I am going. Goodbye. Au revoir. I don't know that you would ask for help because I don't think you feel like you're in any danger particularly. It's not a fear effect.
In that case, I guess I'm just gonna like, that's enough. I'm out. I'm out. And he's just gonna start walking off towards the brush.
Where are you going? We're going this way. You was the one who wanted bloody well go this way.
I've changed my mind. I've had enough. I'm leaving. I'm getting out.
If you're going to use your movement to go, well, we are in initiative still. So if Logan's going to use his movement to fulfill the wish and leave, he moves however far he moves. I don't know what
30
your
feet.
movement speed is. So you make 30 feet back the way you came,
Yep.
towards the exit or back out of the woods. It is going to be whatever it is that is menacing Logan's turn. And it's going to do an attack against Volta. That is a 16 plus 6 to hit. So 22.
Might just scratch me slightly, you know.
Okay. Cool.
I think
And
that
with
might
that,
get
I'm just going to find my D8. Not a very good roll. 5 points of damage, bludgeoning damage. A rock comes flying out of nowhere and strikes you. I need a DC 15 strength save, please.
strength save. Let us see. Let us roll this, and we have failed the strength save with a 7.
And as this rock strikes you, probably somewhere around the chest, you fall prone.
Oh
And
no, I'm
with
suffering
that-
a fainting spell.
It is Volta's go.
Fortunately, I don't think that... is the rock still sort of flying around? Is it just gone off? Swooping the
No,
hit?
it just like hit you and fall on the floor, right next to you.
Oh, excellent then. I should just, you know, roll over onto my side and hit it with some Eldritch Blasts.
You're hitting what of Eldritch Blast though?
You just said it was a rock.
You're
Oh,
gonna
you
hit
mean a
the
rock, as
that's
in
on
a
the floor
piece of
next to you.
a piece of stone?
A
you mean?
rock, a piece of rock.
Oh, you're
stone,
very
yeah.
clear about
Oh,
that.
A
You
rock,
said
a
some
stone.
sort of a rock, I see, but I'm not going to go launching out of a stone, am I? Damn you, vile stone!
No. There isn't a giant bird throwing stones at you.
How very dare they? I don't know. Well,
I like that boulder.
it's a nice boulder, isn't it? Very bold boulder. So, I take it, so looking around, so there's nothing obvious floating around. You know,
There isn't.
make your
You
presence
could use
known.
perception if you like. You can make a perception check if you like. See if you can spot anything.
Can I?
But it's really high DC.
Well, I'll try it, because if I can't see it, I can't see it. No. I rolled an 8, so yes.
Yeah, no, nothing, unfortunately.
Is the perception check an action? Sorry, I can't remember.
Do you know what? I can't remember if checks are. Yes, they are. Yes, actions are a check.
Checks are an action. Okay, then
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Cool.
that would appear to be... I suppose I could vaguely stand up with half of my movement. use my
Yeah.
movement after looking around, look around on the floor, and then stand up and go boogie. Yeah.
Well, after that, where will we, Volta? HK.
Do I have eyes on what's attacking us? Probably not, right?
Again, if you want to make perception.
Sure. Yeah, it's not fantastic. 8.
Again, no, nothing. Can't see.
Okay.
It's dense in here. It's pretty thick.
But
What you
branches
can
just
both
left.
tell is
will-
that Logan is hightailing it out of here.
Yeah, I'll try catch
Indeed,
up
I
to
am.
him and go on to him. Just sort of grab him by the shoulder at first, and then when that inevitably doesn't work, try and grapple him, I guess.
You're gonna try
What are you
and
doing?
grapple
We
at,
need to get
at
out.
Logan.
What is wrong with you, Logan?
We need to leave.
I like.
Look around you. As he
nothing
looks around,
here.
he goes another 30 foot.
Well, not till you turn, you don't.
It's like the Batman thing. It just disappears.
So how does this work? Do we do opposed strengths?
Well, if Logan's gonna grapple you, then yeah, make an
Logan's not grappling me.
opposed strength, and you know what I mean. HK.
Yeah, gotcha.
Oh, I got a
HK
good
can
roll.
try and
I got
grapple, and you
18.
can try and resist.
Oh, okay, you got a good roll. Strength.
That's a
Where's
you sunk
strength?
my battleship.
Oh,
Oh, strength is one of those. Been too long. 21.
oh, you son of a gun!
What did you get?
grapple Logan.
What
18
sort of
cash.
grapple is this? Am I
You-
just like
you
grabbed
grab-
around the chest, or am I floored? What's going on? Ooh, pizza.
I think it's a rather loving. Ooh, it's a rather loving caress, I would say.
Being fondled by a very cold metallic robot man. Bless you.
Thank you.
What was that one from Tropic Thunder? You grab, was it you grab the balls, you stroke the shaft, and you lick up the gravy?
What the
Was it
fuck?
something like that?
Oh, we didn't need to know that, man. God damn it.
That's what Jack Black said in like Tropic Thunder.
Is like, get off me, you mad metal hunk of junk. We need to leave.
Well, that's happened. It will be, well, it would be Logan next. Sorry. So you can say all you want about him getting off of you.
With it being my go again, do I get another wisdom, or do I just sort of keep going with it? I'm not sure how it works,
Nope.
that spell.
No, it's there's no further
Just
saves. You
8
are
hours I'm trying to do a runner.
compelled for 8 hours.
My god.
Let me just see. Yeah, no, the only way you're going to stop this spell is by killing the thing or completing the task. That's it.
I mean, the task of get out is quite broad. I mean, am I supposed to leave the earth, or what am I getting out of?
Well,
Maybe that's a
you're in
loop.
a forest. You would presume the forest.
Could just mean the
What's going
clearing.
on here? Hang on. My computer's being weird. Oh yeah.
I suppose at this point, with wanting to get out, I would just attempt to break the grapple.
Yeah. Well, strength against HK again.
This time we're on a 23 HK. You better be strong. He's smiling. He's smiling.
24. Go on.
Go on.
It's a nat 20.
Damn.
So yeah, 24.
Damn. Like, your strength is inhuman. Let me go, goddamn you.
Well, Logan is going nowhere. Volta, I believe, has just got up. HK has moved to intercept Logan. What is the thing gonna do next? I think it's gonna throw a rock at HK. This time, however, probably unsuccessfully. 10 to hit.
No,
No. So you
that's
just hear
not a hit.
as your head is hit as this rock, and then it sort of boomf on the floor in front of you and just and rolls slightly ahead of you. And with that, from somewhere in the bushes, in the trees, you just hear ooh, as something makes a noise at you, and all goes quiet. I will say you are out of initiative. It doesn't have any further intentions against you, but the
Welcome
spell on
to the
Logan is still active.
ecosystem.
So you have a decision to make. You can either, if you have the ability to, figure out what is wrong with him, or Logan, you are going to just keep moving for the exit of the forest. If you can break free of
Stop
It's a little bit
struggling,
right now.
Logan.
HK, do you think we
What
could
he is
tie
do you
him
need
to
to
a
get
tree?
out of? I could what, sorry?
Do you think we could tie him to a tree? He seems to be acting irrationally. Maybe he's had too much
I think I
I
have
don't
some
know.
rope.
juice. I have got some rope. You keep hold of him.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Yeah, let's tie him to a tree. It's always funny.
A thick tree.
I don't see this ending well.
One of comparative
Just a sapling.
intelligence.
That took me a second.
Sorry. Whoops.
God damn it.
So, I would like another contested strength between you two. See if Logan can break free. If not, then you're going to have to form a plan of what you're going to do.
I got a
If
7.
he does break free, then he is going to gun it.
A grand total of 7.
15.
I
Okay.
think just HK's
So
modifier
rather than having backwards and forwards strength checks for the next God knows how long, basically you are out of energy. You still are compelled to leave, but HK has the upper hand and is just going to literally hold on to you.
Yep.
HK and you guys just need to figure out what the hell's going on. What are you going to do about it?
Well,
But,
first of all, got to carry on with what
You're
we
not going
said.
anywhere,
Tie
even
him
though
to
you
a
want
tree.
to.
You ain't going.
We're literally going to tie him to a tree.
Okay, well, I'll leave that up to you.
Yeah, you know. It's party time.
That just sounds
Okay.
so wrong.
I'm not sure what to say to this.
You've never been in the Scouts? I don't know. What?
This is going into weird territory.
Let's just tie him to a bloody tree and figure it out. Slap him around a bit.
No slapping
We
around.
time out.
You don't get a choice. You're
What's
being
going
tied to a
on,
tree.
Logan?
We need to leave. We need to get out now while we still can.
Out of where?
This place, this forsaken place.
You brought us to this damn place.
We all make
Yes, why the
mistakes.
sudden change of heart?
Do you not
We
see what's
spent-
going on here? We gotta leave.
There's nothing going on here. We just killed lots of spiders and then it's fine.
And is that
Everyone's
not reason
gone.
enough?
Well, it wasn't reason enough when we said, oh, this way might be dangerous. And you said, no, let's go this way. So no, it's not enough.
Listen, I have an irrational fear of spiders, and I didn't expect to fight 10-foot ones.
They were only 9.5. You exaggerate. What are you on about? Give over. Stop
Plus,
being a zombie. I
they're all
thought you grew
dead
up in the
now.
pits.
Yeah.
The pits weren't spiders; they were two-armed, two-legged beings.
But if I pull 6 of the legs off the corpses, will that make you feel better?
I mean, you could try, but let's just go. We can find a different way.
I think it's the quickest route out of this forest is the way we were headed. We're over halfway through.
No, you're not.
No, but does he know that?
No, you don't know that. That's the thing. You don't know how far you've got to go.
Well,
Just
Give me a
untie
hand.
me, and we can leave. We'll put all this behind us, very, very far behind us, and leave.
we are leaving out of this side of the forest.
No, that way. The way we came. Let's just go the quickest way. It's closest to the exit.
Somewhere off in the distance, you hear like the sound of if someone had a big stick and smacked against a tree branch, like a tree trunk.
See,
Like,
let's
bang!
go.
Somewhere off in the distance.
Walter, you're a magic user. Does this seem like any sort of enchantment? His pupils look okay to me, I think.
It does seem very strange. I haven't seen him drinking to excess. He was quite enthusiastic at attacking the spiders at one point. I don't understand why he's saying he was afraid. He was in there, swinging away. It was fine, and then all of a sudden, got to get out. Maybe he's having an episode. You know? Oh, maybe the stress.
Well,
isn't
if you
playing
want to
up.
make an Arcana check, you might be able to identify what's going on.
Yeah,
I will
can
allow you
certainly
as a magic
try.
user.
HK, yes, these magic users in inverted commas. Oh, that is terrible. 11.
With 11, you could. Well, I mean, you're definitely not going to identify what the thing is, but you might guess that there is some magical means at work here that has influenced his decision slightly.
I'm convinced it is not chemical, and he is no coward. Goodness knows the amount of times that he has rushed headlong into danger when he should have just held back a little. I do believe there
We
is
can all
something.
learn from our mistakes. Let's just put it behind us and go.
This is where we know there is an outside influence on him. He never learns from his mistakes.
Maybe. There's a time for everything.
I heard a song about that.
Somewhere off in the
Even
distance
a broken
again.
clock is right twice a day.
Somewhere off in the distance again, you hear whack against a tree.
God damn it, are you not hearing this? Let's
I'm
leave.
starting to believe we're not alone. Should I perhaps check out that noise while you keep watch over him?
I'm going to
believe
struggle
that
against the ropes.
we are reduced in number. We may be. Logan, how about if we lead you through the forest in a lovely, safe pathway?
The only safe pathway is that way. He points back the way that we came.
Just so that you don't get afraid again, would you maybe consent to a blindfold as we lead you through this dangerous forest so that we can keep you safe?
Ooh.
That way no more spiders will scare you. It will be the most nice.
I mean, as long as you're taking me out, we're getting out, right? As long as we can get out.
Oh, we're definitely going to get out of the forest.
Then just do what you need. We need to get out.
Then we will. Just let us put this. Let me see what I've got in my backpack for tying around your eyes.
Pulls out like a pink silk handkerchief.
Oh, you know me so well.
A ball gag.
Oh god.
Dan, you know me even better.
Oh.
What's going? Oh, Justin, my very own Justin. I do
Something
have
else
some.
you can hear off. Go on.
I do have some old clothes that I might be able to use. Maybe an adventuring shirt of mine from the backpack could be wrapped around his head as a blindfold.
Well, somewhere off in the distance, you just hear, and it sounds even further away than the last tree whack, is just a.
Ooh.
You better
So
be
let us
leaving me out
tie
fast.
this on, and HK, would you mind holding the leading rope so that our friend does not stumble?
Yes.
We could maybe tie him
Sounds
around the middle
good.
in the waist and hold an end each, so we're both holding on.
Okay. Are we traveling
I'm
in the
going to use
direction of the
the
noise?
Dungeon Master. Can I use the rings to just talk to one of our party and not have the other one listen? Or is it an open channel to everybody?
No, it's an open channel to everybody.
Oh, that is no use whatsoever. These second-class rings from Goblin workshops or something. I don't
Could
know.
whisper. Physically whisper.
So when the blindfold is on Logan, I'm going to make this sort of a gesture to HK and then gently begin to just, as we're walking, Logan, spin him round in the directional sort of sense and talk to Logan and say we're just avoiding the worst of the undergrowth, and then
It's
As
not
long
easy
as he
walking
doesn't
like this.
know.
As long as we're getting out, just
If he's
take me out.
If he's blindfolded, and you escort him through the forest and get him out the other side, the conditions of get out are met. It's not that
yeah,
it's only because he can visually see. He's going, I'm going to go that way because that's the quickest way to achieve this goal.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I
I
mean, if
just
you
I just
blindfold
don't
him, you
want
can
to
do that.
obviously do a
However, I
180-degree
will
turn
say,
straight away, you know. Oh,
yeah,
let's go this way.
I will say a bit of free information for you. It's a dense forest, and there is going to be a group skill challenge if you are going to successfully get out. There are some. I've got a little table here in front of me. Some successes and some failures. The more failures you accumulate, the worse things are going to get for you.
That's
Of course,
okay.
successes means you might get out the other end a bit quicker.
I'm just banking on the fact that once we get a little way along, he won't know which bloody direction we're heading in anyway. So if we need to then
As long as he's
unblindfold him, it'll be fine.
if he's blindfolded, it doesn't matter. Because, literally, you could blindfold him, tie him up, hog tie him, put him on a log as you like tie him to a tree, hold him between both of your shoulders, and walk. As long as he gets out, he's satisfying that condition, and the spell will end. But
Cool.
it's not, and I'm telling you this as a player, not as obviously a
Yeah.
character. But he's
Well,
as a being visually able to see, going for the first available exit,
yeah.
which
Well,
is where you came from, because that's the closest.
This is the plan I have come up with. I couldn't think of anything else. So let's crack on and lead Piggy out of the garden. Is that okay with you, HK?
So, do you want to go? Do you want to go back the way you came, or do you want to go and advance in?
Advance in, I think.
Onwards, yes, onwards into the depths of the
Does that happen to be
forest.
the same direction as the noise we heard?
The noise is coming. It seemed to go off in a random direction. It's not necessarily the direction you wanted to go in. So you entering into the forest know that you wanted to go southeast, which is what you decided in the last episode. You knew you had to go southeast, and you cut into the forest to get there quicker. So I will need skill checks, and we're going to use the initiative order that we have of Volta first, HK, and Logan. Logan will take out of this because you are blindfolded and being carried. So it will just be between Volta and HK. So you are going to have to make skill checks. They can't be the same skill check each time, so you might need to justify why you're using it. And tell me what you're going to do each turn, how far you're going. What we'll probably do is take your movement speed out of the equation so that we're not just going, I've moved 30 feet. We're just going to go, as long as you have a successful skill check, then you can advance a few hours through the day. So we're starting with Volta. So you are at the site, about 30 feet just out where Logan had fled. You're at the site of this weird attack. So how do you want to proceed?
I wish to try and make our way in the directions that we have stated.
So you want to go southeast. So let's have your first skill challenge check for navigation. If anyone is proficient with navigation, I think HK actually is proficient with navigation. You'll get advantage on your
Sorry, navigation
roll.
would come under
See
what?
where you're going.
I am proficient, but I don't think it helps. Right now.
It was a
Survival skill?
It was a separate skill. Not necessarily. No, navigation was part of the training they initially took when they learned how to sail or navigate with the skyship.
Yeah. Then I am not in a good
I
place.
don't.
I was a refugee.
You can certainly use survival and nature skills to navigate, but I think that they have actually learnt the specific skill.
Are we going out? Do you guys know where we're
as
going?
a proficiency?
Yeah, they're going for a little walk in the sunshine as soon as we get out of this little bit
There's
of
a
forest.
compass in my bag.
There's a compass.
Is it actually a compass in your
That's
bag?
useful.
There's actually a compass in my bag of holding. A compass and an enchanted spyglass.
There's always a way out in there.
It only helps. It doesn't make it perfect. It's just he's got some of Leaf's bits and bobs, but
with a compass, you'd pretty much well know where southeast is.
oh yeah, just direction-wise,
just
but
like,
without a
you
map.
don't need to worry
Just
about.
get you an idea.
Yeah,
You gave it
Yeah.
us. Don't.
I know.
They're reacting to a
Well, I
surprise,
forgot I
you know.
gave it. It was a long time ago. I forgot. Okay. Would you like to use the compass or go on the skill check challenge?
That was
if
not
we-
silent in the slightest.
That was not at all
means-
healthy.
I suppose it is you that edits this, so you know, just let them
Yeah.
out.
It is the,
Definitely failed your
it
stealth
was the,
check.
it was the ghost. It's the ghost of the.
Do a stench check.
It's the ghost
You
of the
didn't
mixed
even
meat
try and pass
burrito
it
I
off
had last
of, like,
night.
A creaky floor or nothing. Your face just lit up. He's just beaming.
Yeah.
That's
Satisfying.
proud of it. That's proud.
Even chat's enjoying it.
Like I said, it's the
You've
ghost.
got laughter in chat.
I know, I can see.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the ghost of last night's mixed meat burrito, so it's gonna happen. It's probably gonna happen a few more times. That was a good burrito, actually. It was steak, bacon, chicken, cheese. It was good.
Bacon.
Good burrito.
grief. How many animals must you slaughter for a sandwich?
I know.
Right,
And
I
then
like
the,
the sound of it.
I'm gonna-
there's
So,
the coleslaw and the spicy dip. It was
unlatch
good.
my little bag of holding from my sort of belt and pass it, just like hold it out to one of them. Dan has a magic D20. Laser pen of magic. I've not seen a laser pen for about 15 years, you child.
Right. If you want to use the compass, I won't do the group skill challenge because I mean you can just go, oh, there's southeast and we're gonna head that way. So I'm not gonna make you do the skill challenge for that reason. I forgot you had it. kind of ruins everything as usual.
But also, like,
We like
20
ruining your plans. That's why you write them, just for us to throw them into the wind.
I know.
You
I
like a
know.
resourceful
Totally
party.
ruined it. Where's my map gone? So, okay, you use the
just in
compass
wind.
and you head southeast out of the forest. And you get, well, just as you're coming out, well, I wouldn't say you're coming out of the forest. You're still in the forest. You're heading southeast. But it's going to be like a day's worth of travel. So, are you going to press on through the night or are you going to set up camp?
What do you think, HK? I can see equally well in the dark. Logan
I
can't
can
see
see
Jack.
fine.
Why?
He's
Don't
being
stop. Do
towed
not
along
tarry.
now.
Let's go. We need to get out. I swear to God, if you try and make camp, I'll leave you in the night.
I guess we
Then
should continue.
very well, we shall make camp. No, yes, we shall continue.
Okay. And continuing on through the night, you will have to cross you eventually come out of the forest. You can see there is a settlement on the other side of the river that you would have had to cross via the bridge if you were traveling via the road. And you can it's not too deep. You can get across fairly easily without too much hassle. And you arrive at a village.
It doesn't smell quite so woody here. Are we out?
Let me go back.
Have we left this damn place?
We have left this little forest.
Unbind my hands and take this damn thing off my eyes.
By the time you cross the river and into the village, it is the wee hours. And three horse. The poo hour.
Oh,
no,
the
not
most
the poo
mature
hours.
channel that we are.
I don't know what's going on. I was on the
God.
stream feed and my camera is 3 seconds late.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Okay. So you've crossed this river heading towards the lights in this. Well, I say lights. The lights have probably been put out by now. Most people have gone to bed. But 3 men on horseback. I was going to try and say horseback on men, which doesn't really work initially. Approach you, and as you come out of the sort of river, you climb onto the bank, and you're pretty much in the town or the village at that point. And it's these sort of like very like thatched stone built buildings.
Mike,
And they go, halt, state your business. Hello.
can I reasonably say that I would have my blindfold took off by this point?
You'd have your what?
My blindfold taken off by this point.
Oh. I thought you said you'd have your bladder
Yeah.
taken off by this point. Yes, you
No.
would have your blindfold taken off by this point. You are no longer compelled. As you left the forest, you are no longer compelled. Whatever it was, you are no longer compelled by
Bradley,
it.
thanks for
You're
getting me
safe.
out of there, guys.
You're safe.
No problem. We did
Right.
get turned around a little bit, and we seem to have come out at the southeast by happy
We're out.
infants.
That's all that matters to me.
It was very
But
overgrown.
these 3 men,
Hello.
they're wearing leather jerkins, hide trousers. They've all got short hair, tidy short beards. And they sort of come out of a field, basically. So you've got this road that goes through this village. The village is divided into loads of fields of all different things around it. But they sort of come out of the field. They're armed with spears. And their jerkins are emblazoned with the symbol of the sun. Halt, state your business. Who is that? What are you doing out at night? In the dark? This time of the day? Morning, even? What are you doing? Anyone? Anyone at all?
Yeah, but
I
just,
mean, you can
you know,
talk, surely.
we're bound for Hawks more? Or is that a jacket company? I can never remember. Hawks something.
Hawksmouth, you mean?
Hawksmouth, yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
That place, yeah, we're bound
Where
for
have you just
there.
come from? You've come. This is a funny place to come. Most people come through the road, not across the river. You ain't come through that forest, have you?
We may have had a little detour through the forest. Yeah. It's okay though, it's very
And
leafy.
Wasn't
you've
as
come out the
bad
other
as
side.
people
Bloody hell,
suggested.
not as bad. Christ, you mustn't have come
We could do
across
it
the
again.
Whisperer in the woods then. You could.
The whistle.
Whisperer.
Boy, braver
Oh.
man than I. Braver man than I. Well, look, we don't
I am
want
not a
to.
man.
You know, we're not either. Well, I don't know what you are, but we're not here to harass you or nothing. It's just our job to protect these lands. You see, we don't mean you no ill intent. Got to be cautious though. If anyone appears as an elf looking at Walter, we've had word, you see, from the Messengers Guild, and Lantalos is fallen, and Can Loader was attacked. It's our duty, you see, to protect the eastern marches from any threats. Because we're the Harvest Guard, we are, you see. And it's a bit unusual people roaming around the lands at night like this. Especially those that come out of that bloody forest. So what's your business? You want to get the Hawksmouth, you said, is it?
We do want to get to Hawksmouth, but is there maybe maybe an inn or a farmhouse that maybe lets out sleeping spaces that could let us rest for the evening?
Yeah, there is an inn. There is an inn in the town that lets people sleep there, yeah.
Does it by any
The
chance
Barley
serve
Sheaf,
beer?
it's called. What it does, I don't know if it serves beer at this time of the day. You'll be hard pressed, I think, to see if the door's even unlocked this time. Most people was in bed by 10, 11 o'clock.
What sort of a bar shuts at 10, 11 o'clock?
Well, you hadn't been round these parts, have you? Obviously, before.
Well,
You can go knock the door if you want. See if the landlord's still awake. But it's early. Cocker will be up soon.
It is indeed early. It is indeed early. Could you maybe point us then on the road to Hawksmouth?
And he points down the road. It's yonder, off to the east there, on the eastern road.
How long?
Not very far, isn't it? A
travel
couple
does it-
miles down the road.
Well,
Oh, you'll be there within the hour. Not far.
Oh, that is perfect.
Do you
Thank
perhaps
you.
know of a goblin by the name of Misa Sanaquizi?
Never heard of it. What was a goblin?
Okay.
Sort of a short, scruffy
Thank you,
fellow,
sir.
maybe a little bit eccentric, you know?
Look a bit like you then, does he?
Well, somewhat shorter and more eccentric.
Dan's face.
Shots fired.
love it. God, I love it.
If you're going down Hawksmouth, I could tell you now there's not much there. You know that it's just a boat yard, really. You know that, didn't you?
Not
You
know
must
that.
be going somewhere.
I think we were passing through Hawksmouth.
We were planning on passing
can't
through and
remember
perhaps
why.
picking up the odd supply, as we do.
Supplies. Well, if you want supplies, you best wait till morning and get them here, because you ain't going to get much down there. All they got down there is just go on the boats to sea, and then they take the boats out to sea and they bugger off somewhere. You're better off waiting until morning. We'll get some supplies around here. So I just go down the Barley Chief, knock on the door, see, and then see if they got anyone to let you in.
With that being the case, I think our intrepid adventurers go towards the good old pub, and as it is past right now, we'll take a quick break and then return for part 2 as we get to the pub. Part 2 of Vaybaba.
Bloody handsome.
Right. We'll see you all in a couple of minutes. Have fun.
Okay.
A bit of stream
Oh
delay
well.
and a bit of visual delay on Mike's camera as well.
And welcome back to part 2 of episode 10 of The Fall of Vaybaba. Season 2, season 2, episode 10, part 2. I think my 4th or 5th character, because we like dying a lot. So yeah, we're going to get straight back into it, throw you up to Mike. He'll give you a very, very quick recap of what's just gone on, and we'll get straight going. And a dab for some reason.
Hello. I was just copying down. It's the Hulk Hogan thing, isn't it? Is that like that, something like that? I don't know. Anyway, after thwarting my plans for all that awesome stuff I had for you in the in the forest, you've arrived in Praz and Avon, a little village. You met with a couple of the Harvest Guard here, but because of the wee hours, we just said, well, you could try the inn. I was just gonna skip over this stuff because I mean it's all pretty mundane. You've banged on the door of the inn. Luckily for you, the landlord has heard you. He's let you in. You can just take off 20 silver each from your monetary pouches for a room for the night. Gives you breakfast in the morning, and you can start out afresh in the morning. We'll say when you do start out afresh in the morning, he's got the spyglass. For podcast listeners, that will make no fucking sense.
That's
you start out fresh in the
enchanted
morning,
glass.
breakfast, refresh, Least enchanted glass, refreshed. The next time you had a sleep, there was something I had in mind for one of you, but I can't remember what it was off the top of my head, so we're going to forget about that for now. Perhaps it will come to you later. You head to Hawksmith. Hawksmith, you get down the road, it's a couple of miles down there. Doesn't take you long to get there. And it's like you can see there's a lake over to, as you approach it, over to the right. You are in a valley, in a basin. It's a stone kind of like a harbour or port. There's a few buildings. One is a building where people are coming and going, and then there's just loads of warehouses full of barrels and boxes and all that sort of stuff. There's a few boats moored against the stone dock. Others are sort of out in the mouth of this river, this estuary is what I was looking for, the word I was looking for, in this estuary. But as it's dropped down, there are cliffs, so the sort of ground, it comes down into this lower basin in a valley, but either side, leading out to sea, there are higher ground again and cliffs. And that's where you find yourselves. You would have picked up some information from the tavern that in Hawksmith there is a harbour master who is called. Let me just flick through. Thelma Quinn. She's an old lady. She works in the master's office, and she basically can help with chartering boats to wherever you want to go. I don't know why HK suddenly has a mask on his face.
I just looked up and saw that he's like, looks like he's playing airsoft.
I just saw you chuckling. I was just like, okay, what's Dan doing now?
It's always done.
I was just writing
Always
notes.
done. Why do you need a helmet to write
so
notes?
Thelma,
Also, quick note, where do you get your names for these NPCs, Mike?
I just
Thelma Quinn.
make them up. What's wrong with Thelma Quinn?
Nothing. Nothing. What was the last one? The glory hole?
Harriet
Island.
Glory Weaver.
And what was it? What was that one? Highland.
Penn Island.
Well, yeah, that's just a
in
bit of an
bucket.
immature joke, wasn't it?
Bloody hell.
Penn Island, Penis Land, you know. It's, a bit of a... it's because that island was meant to be a one-shot. It wasn't ever meant to be a campaign feature, and it ended up being a campaign feature, all right? And I just stuck with the name of Penn Island.
Yeah, I'm not knocking it.
Anyway,
That was interesting.
Thelma Quinn is... Okay. Well, Thelma Quinn can give, offer passage to wherever you want to go, for a cost, of course. I leave it to you. You're in this little harboury bit. It's late morning because obviously you spent a little bit of time travelling down here after your breakfast. So,
I mean,
over to you.
this passage, how much are you talking?
If you ask her, she'll tell you it's like 300 gold.
300
to
gold?
Well, it
Is
depends
she
where you
giving
want
us
to
a
go.
handy while we go?
Yeah. Hang on. It depends. You haven't even. Have you? Are you going to say? Do you know where you're going? What's the name of the place you're going to?
I have
The
no
scar.
idea.
We need to get to the scar.
No, you don't know. You're going to the. So you're going to tell her you're going to the scar. So, if you consult the map that was posted on Facebook the last session, it's not that far to the island, and she'll tell you it's going to be 150 gold per day of travel. So it's going to be about a 2-day sail, and it's going to cost you 300 gold. Dan's pretending like he's frozen, but we can still see lights moving behind
Is
him.
there any kind of wiggle room here? Is there something maybe we could do to reduce this price a little bit? Anything you need doing?
And she looks up to you and she'll say, anything she needs doing? What are you offering?
I mean,
It's like,
my robot friend here is programmed with many
it's...
pleasurable
I could make you
activities.
a glass working furnace.
You know how you can make it cheaper for yourself? You could just sail yourself if you got your own boat.
It just so happens we do have our own boats. Could we by chance purchase a map?
Would you like to come with us?
Just go.
Would you pay
no, that's all right,
£150 to come with
That's
us?
That's all right, my dear. I got a job here. Thank you very much. I don't know why
Not for
she's
long
Scottish
with
all of a
those
sudden.
prices.
It's that woman from Balamoy that does all the jobs, isn't it?
Oh, the
Mrs.
one who
McCready.
yeah,
Literally does everything.
You don't need it. You don't really need a map. Just sail northeast, and you'll get there.
Okay, in that case,
I
can
spent
we
a bit
buy
of
some
time in
provisions?
Carlodia, can't you tell?
Bloody Carlodia. I've not heard that word for a while.
So we're gonna
Yeah.
set sail.
50 silver
Northeast.
pieces, and you can get.
Just head
You can-
randomly
well, you got-
northeast.
Surely you got. I saw that one of you was handling a compass when you come in, so it's not going to be too difficult to find northeast, is it?
You have no idea.
To
of
clear the
my
cliffs,
colleagues.
northeast.
How far northeast?
Until you hit land.
Well, I know that, but is it? Are you telling us it's 2 days
It's
sail?
about two. It's about a 2-day sail, yeah. About 2-day sail.
Okay. So, how much would supplies be to cover us for a week?
A week. Ooh.
I'm just thinking if we've got 2
Well,
days there,
if you
potentially.
furnish us with 10 gold, and I will get you all the bits you need into a box that you can take on your boat. I've not seen your boat around here though, so I'm presuming you've got it coming. or something?
Yeah, it'll be
Some
in the
transit to
harbour
this
by this
place?
afternoon.
The
Directly. Okay.
10
that's fine.
gold
That's fine.
fall into my little tray, like a slot machine.
Ding, 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 ding.
Ching 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 ching
His
ching
eyes
ching
like
ching
start
ching
rolling.
ching
It's like
ching.
winner, winner.
And she takes your money and says,
Bingo.
okay, if you get your boat ready and give me an hour and I'll make sure there's supplies for a week on the harbour side with your name on them, okay? And so, in an
Do
hour's
you know our
time, if
names?
you prepare your boat,
That's
you
a
would
good
give it.
point.
You would have given her your name. I just don't want to role play out every conversation with the. It's like
I just don't
menial.
want
It's
stuff to
like
get lost
it's just
because like
pointless.
someone with the same name takes it.
No, it's not getting lost. I mean, if you want to spend the entire episode just role playing these stupid little conversations, then you can. But it's just like
But we like your
she would just
NPCs.
have them on the side. It would. I know, but I really don't want to do it. I just want to progress a little bit in this session. Because last
Okay,
session
then
was
let's
all
just
about
get supplies.
we're
Okay.
just going to spend 10 hours. How do we get from here to there? So on the side, in big bold letters, is printed on this box: HK Logan Volta. Big bold letters, all printed out very nicely.
She wrote
that's
her
sort
name
of like
wrong. It's supposed to be Logan
US
and
military
his crew.
stamp font.
In that
Logan
case,
Anyway.
and the Logan Bear.
I'm going to assume that we're using the folding boat ship thing.
Unless you can build a better one, yeah.
Then he's going to
HK and the Logan berries.
God damn it.
HK Godberries.
Logan's going to reach into his sack one more time. Hey.
Oh,
And,
don't do that. You got banned from several places doing that.
And rummage around for a little while, like just digging around in there.
It's getting worse.
He's stretching it open a little bit more. And then he pulls this little matchbox looking thing out and flicks it into the water and mutters his little words and boop, 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 boop. We have a ship.
But which boat are you summoning?
Yes.
Well, there were 3 options, weren't there? So which one are you summoning?
I will
big
refer
one?
to our resident sailor HK, knowledge keeper of all.
The big one.
I'm looking the wrong way because my
Command
stream's
F.
mirrored that way.
Ship.
One that we're able to
Search
sail with the
contained
3 of
background
us.
forward.
You probably don't want the biggest one then.
Probably like is it called a brig? Is that right?
No, that's bigger than a sloop. I think you had like basically rowboat. I think you had
Yeah.
rowboat, sloop, and then
So there's
Yeah, a
a
sloop is
I
big
think
enough for
a
3 of
sloop
us.
is good.
10-foot by 4-foot boat.
Yeah, a little sailboat. We'll go for that. We'll go for a sloop.
I don't know. 10 foot's going to be pretty cramped for a 2-day trip.
That's like a
Or
roll.
Is that the
24
medium
foot.
size one?
Yeah, that was the medium.
Medium is medium.
Large
What
is
size, sorry?
24 by 8.
Can we
Medium
sail
is
a
10 by
large
4.
one,
That'd
just
be
the
more-
3 of us?
Does it say how many masts it has on it?
No.
It has 1
No.
mast.
I would say for the duration of the journey, then you can summon the large one, and we'll say it's a sloop-sized boat, because that would have a main mast, a jib, and then, I mean, you don't really need the mizzen. And
I
then
agree with
you
everything you
could
just said.
between the 3 of you handle it. However, is anyone proficient with seaborne vehicles or waterborne vehicles? I know
I am
HK can do
proficient with
navigation,
land
but land vehicles.
Yep.
I am not.
No, I'm not. What do you take me for?
Okay, so you load your supplies onto the boat. I know that HK
It's
can
going to end up
navigate.
like Top Gear.
So would one of you? It's going to end up like Top Gear. Would one of you like to take the helm while HK focuses on navigation?
I mean, I guess I could steer. Is it called steering or driving? What's it called when you're on a boat? Sailing?
Well, you'd be sailing, you'd be steering, you're steering the boat.
I'm gonna spin the
Okay.
wheel. I'm gonna do that bit. Oh, actually,
Spin the
no. It would
wheel.
make more
You're gonna
sense,
do that.
Walther, if you could do that, because I've got the enchanted spyglass, and I can keep an eye on shit.
There
No,
I should
HK is doing navigation. because he's proficient with navigation from
Then I
learning
will
it.
hand HK my spyglass. And he will, for some reason, lick it.
Okay.
What? This is how you use
So
it, right?
So if you're going to get underway, group strength check to make sure you can actually hoist the sails. To start with,
Hoi.
Oi, oi, oi.
Great.
Me alone got 21.
it's your first 21. It's your
I
first
got
challenge to get out of
120.
this harbour. Oh, pardon me.
Just throw the boat
Oh.
too far
19.
into the water.
For the
So-
natural 20, I got 19. Yay!
Oh.
Cool.
Oh.
So you get the sails up. You have the sails up, and you are underway. You leave out of the mouth of the river, out past the cliffs and the headlands. You are now on the open sea. We are going to need the first skill check from HK to determine are we going in the right direction. So whatever skill you'd like to use, you think that would work.
Intimidation.
Nature, maybe? Intimidate. Shout at the sea. Take me that way!
Uh...
Oh, what was the name of that English king who tried
Typically,
to
you would
control
use survival typically to navigate, but I'm not going to allow the same skill every time. So
Oh,
using it sparingly.
my survival was terrible. I got an 8. I rolled a 7.
Okay.
My stats are awful. Why are my stats awful? Who did this?
You.
I've got like 2 useful stats and the rest are all like 1.
Oh, I mean, you only have yourself to blame right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so HK has given a heading to Logan, who is on the helm. Logan, let's have a wisdom check from you to steer this ship, please.
Oh.
Oh.
14. Not awful.
You keep the land behind you, and head off into the sea further out. It seems to be getting smaller behind you, so you're definitely going away from the land. Volta, what are you doing on board the ship? I presume you're probably keeping an eye on the sails or something like that.
I'm
something of manual
supervising,
labour.
maybe with the compass in hand to check the generally. Sort
Yeah,
of
if
heading
you would
in the
like
right
to make, if you got the compass, if you'd like to make another survival check with advantage, you can.
Okay, so let's see. So the first of that would be a 21. And the second one would be 17, so 21, please.
21. You can tell that HK's probably sent you slightly in the wrong direction. You can course correct with Logan and get yourselves underway. So that is a success. Cool. That will be day 1. You are heading in the right direction. You're sailing. Volta is keeping an eye on the compass for you and seeing where it takes you. You guys just keep sailing. Into the evening, you probably sort of shift swap a little bit so that you can get rest, take some food on board. If it's going to be short rests, you're not going to have time for long rests on this. It's going to be a quick hour, quick food, maybe a very short 20-minute nap, and then back to your stations. Day 2, you are not refreshed. Let's have Constitution saves from everybody. DC 10. Anything less than the 10, you will have 1 point of exhaustion because obviously you haven't really slept throughout the night, and it is hard going.
Ooh, got a 13.
We're on
So
17.
Volta's okay.
We're alright.
Logan's
I got
okay.
16.
And you're okay. That's cool. No problem at all. Let's just have in the same order we had before. So not survival this time for Volta and HK. So navigation, HK and Volta. If Volta wants to assist because he's got the compass, then HK will be at advantage, and so will Volta because you have the compass.
I would certainly be
And
sitting
obviously,
alongside
Logan,
him. Thank
you are going to need
We are a wisdom of 16.
something other than a wisdom.
Something other than a wisdom.
Other than wisdom.
Intelligence.
Yeah, because I don't. Intelligence, yeah, I think that's a good way of doing it. I don't want the same rolls for the checks.
13.
Yeah, that's cool. So with whatever guidance these two give you, you can probably determine whether you're going in the right way or not. So HK and Volta, what are your rolls?
Do you want me to
I
give
also
it?
got
Given
13.
So is this just
perception
the
check
next
or
morning? So is
nature?
this like sort of 12 hours or so, or what are we on?
It's the next morning. It's just to these rolls just determine that you're heading again in the right direction. So I know that you are fairly wise to what these two are doing. It's just to determine whether these two actually give you the right information. So I didn't get what your rolls were. Sorry, HK and Volta.
Mine was also 13.
And I got a
13.
17 on perception. I thought that was a reasonable thing to
Cool.
do as a sort of
Yeah,
supervisory
definitely.
skill.
Yeah, definitely. With those rolls, yes, you can spend this day knowing you're heading northeast in the right direction. And as the day goes on, because I don't want to get too hung up on sailing. Let me just skip through my notes here.
Oh, a pirate's life is a life for me. Oh, I love to sail on the open sea.
Well, yeah, I mean it's there are there are pirates about, but you haven't encountered any. You're quite lucky there. But as the day draws to a close, you can sort of see the sun's low in the sky. It's not quite ready to dip behind the horizon just yet, but a mountainous island hoves into view. It's barren and rocky with waves crashing on its boulderous shores. Hard to imagine anyone coming here for anything. Seabirds seem to be coming and going from the barren island as you approach. What was a glorious summer's day, I say, is making way to this dazzling evening as you take in the view. The only relief from the heat, because it is quite warm from the sun throughout the day, is the sea's spray on your face. Now, one thing you will notice immediately is that you can't just land the boat here. There isn't initially a beach, so you're gonna have to either drop anchor and swim ashore, or you can sail around and try and find a beach.
I'll probably sail round, right?
I think we definitely want to be sailing around.
With looking sort of with the magic-y spyglass, can we see anything that's maybe if it's not a pier, but something a little more accommodating shore-wise?
No, because as you're approaching the island, you can just see one face of it. So imagine when you're playing Sea of Thieves and you're looking at an island, you just see like one side. So you can take some time and sail around, but by the time you've sailed around and you do finally find on the southern tip, there is a more accommodating beach that you can sort of sail up to. Probably jump off the boat and allow it to. Very nice. Allow it to collapse, I suppose, or would you like to leave it as it is and just sort of anchor it and pop off and onto the beach?
I think we should probably pack it away and take it with us.
Yeah, I think the provisions that the lady got hold of for us, we'll take that, and then we'll fold the boat back up and chuck it in the bag of holding.
I was going to say, you probably want to put the provisions in the bag of holding as well then. Because obviously a week's worth in a big box is more than you want to be lugging around, really. Cool. As you've sort of made your way along, sailing doesn't, it's not quick. it is now going into nighttime. Did you want to camp for the evening and wait for daybreak, or would you like to just sort of, explore around and see what you can see with the fading light?
I must admit that this overnight sailing has left me a little tired, and I think it might be useful to maybe find a place to camp out.
I agree. I like do a cursory look around the immediate area to make sure we're not right next to anything dangerous. But yes,
Yeah,
camping
yeah.
for the night sounds good.
And you can do that. You can sort of scout about, and there is nothing to particularly worry you. Obviously, you took, I think, well, Volta was the only one that actually took any particular damage from the forest, but you slept along. Actually, forget that comment because you have had a good rest since then. Um, yeah, you can just set up. You don't even need your. I don't think you'd probably even use a tiny hut to set yourself up, get a fire going, and chill out for the evening. Maybe catch some fish as you're right next to the sea. Next day, you wake up, morning, and Logan, you receive a message in your. Yeah, it would be. Yeah, it's a message to you. I think it's the sending spell. It's been used. You receive a message, and it says, "Good morning, Logan. This is Harriet. Arrive safely. Going to check out Gollum today." And that's all you receive.
Ah. He would relay this to the other two that is heard from the Glory Weaver. And let him know that she's going sorting out Mr. Gollum Boy.
I don't think without sending you can reply, but
No, we can't.
but no, she sends it. Is it sending or is it message? What's the name of it? Sending or message? I can't remember which one it is now. I think it's sending. It's definitely sending, isn't it? Yeah, cool. So you received that message. Making your way around the island. It's like a typical volcanic island. It's very craggy. It's very rocky. Is like that dusty, dark, reddish, fine pebbly rock underneath your foot. There are a few plants growing. It's been dormant for a while. This this volcano has been dormant for a while, so there are a few plants and shrubs growing here and there, but nothing. It's not a particularly green island. And eventually you come up to the base of the. There's two volcanoes, a smaller one and a much larger one. The base of this larger one is a huge opening, whether it was some sort of lava tube or something like that, or whatever it was. It's just a huge opening at the base of this volcano.
What sort of distance are we talking
now,
about this opening roughly?
What was everybody's? The opening, the aperture itself in the base?
Yeah.
It's large, like a couple of 100 feet across and at least 100 feet up.
No worries.
But I would like to know what is everyone's passive? What is the highest passive perception we have as you approach?
Not mine.
Mine is 16.
16.
That's the one.
10. Yeah, it's the
Basically,
highest.
What you're looking for here is traps, but passively, as you're walking along, you could possibly stop your fellows. As you notice, between boulders, there are tripwires set.
Stop! There's a tripwire between these boulders. Can I disarm it?
Okay, so
I'm no rogue.
I would say that would be a dexterity. You could definitely go for a dex.
Let's try this. Step back, guys. With a smooth 15.
Yeah, I'll let you disarm that.
Oh,
Take that
yeah.
down. So you advance upon the mouth of the cave, and upon closer inspection as you approach, there is this big, like a wooden wagon, but it's got this bizarre-looking metallic gun-like thing. It looks like a Gatling gun to us as people, but to you, you just see multiple barrels all on this, attached to this big metallic-looking thing, mounted on a wagon. But you can see that where you sort of disarm that tripwire, and it all seems to link back to it. So you probably saved yourselves from being shot up by this thing.
God damn. You can thank me later,
Entering,
everybody.
entering into the cave. I mean, just from the mouth of it, you can see that it was colossal, but you get that real sense of it. It is colossal in here. You can't see the ceiling. You can't see the sides of it. You can't see the rear of it. It's just open right up. And in the darkness, a pair of blue glowing eyes just bang, illuminate. And they seem to be moving towards you. And it is a broken, heavily damaged Mark One Warforged. It's very much the same as HK. And it just lurches out of the darkness. I say it's broken. It's crumbled. Its chest plate is broken and pieces are missing. Its face plate is sort of like caved in one place. And it's dragging a leg behind it. So it can put weight on it, but it's dragging it a bit like a zombie for a zombie film or something like that. And it looks at all of you and says, "Well, this is unexpected. I didn't think I'd get a welcoming committee. Who are you?"
Logan just looks
I-
at HK and like, the fuck?
Greetings, fellow comrade. I am Combat Unit 1937-261-49338217. Pleased to make your acquaintance. May I ask who you are?
You don't need. My name is Narphiliac.
What? Fucking hold the phone. Wait,
I-
wait, let me put my cape down. Through the rings, he's gonna just say something like, "What the fuck, guys?"
You know, Mel Norris, you people love him. It's not your fault. It's your ancestors, so quick to believe anything. Not the elves, though, as he looks at Volta. I really thought they'd join my cause, you see. You don't recognize? No, of course not. This is not my usual being. I've just learned how to take over this form.
What has happened to the original host of that body?
He was pathetic. He was feeble. I got rid of him. It was quite poetic, really, that these things sent to destroy me would be my vessel out of that place. Maybe I can use this to destroy he who sent me there. And he looks at HK. Yours doesn't look so weak. Not like this body. Maybe I can take yours.
His is not
Draw the
up
hammer.
for. His is not up for taking. He puts his hand on the hilt of his sword.
Why be so aggressive? Why handle your sword? You don't know the true story here. Everyone assumes I'm the bad guy. I
Feel
was
free
his
to enlighten
sword.
us.
Hell,
I was the sword in his right hand. We created this place, you see. You know that to be true. You know the stories. It's what our job was until he got ideas above his station. Wanted to rule, have his own empire. Did you believe, you people believe, I am the bad one?
Malnoris wanted to rule.
Hmm.
Oh,
He wanted to rule.
why were you cast out?
He wanted to rule. He wanted everyone's attention. He wanted the love of everyone. He didn't have it, I did. He defended this world from the planes and planets. He'd send me and an army of ASMR to stop any threats. But he came to realize, because I was out there on the front line while he was orchestrating it all, that I became the champion of the people. Your ancestors, he didn't like that. There was talk a leader of all the peoples of the world should be appointed. My name was offered. He didn't like that. So I was sent with a few of his elite ASMR to some demon plane to kill some demon lord that apparently had been plotting to invade. It was a more turbulent time back then, you see, except there was no demon lord. When I returned, a mission undone, those elite and I were subjected to a council accused of seeking an alliance with demons from another plane. I was. For my treachery, I was banished to this hell plane to be with the demons I apparently wanted to join. So I did. I made an alliance with Asmodeus, and together we united devils and demons, and differences were set aside, and I had an army. If he wanted to believe, if he wanted people to believe his story, I'd give them a show and have my revenge for this torture. Too long did I linger in. I was granted a soul sword. The more I killed, the more power I had, and I returned to take my revenge. The campaign was bloody, and the more I gave into the whim sword, the more I changed. My wings became black and dripped with a dark energy. My skins cracked and pale. My morals lost. Sadly, it was not enough. I was disarmed and banished once again, just as I thought I had him. And some elf picked up the sword. Centuries, eons later, and the more it destroys, the more power I'd gain. And in a way, I have returned, spirit at least. This body is weak. Once again, looking at HK, I was able to figure out how to possess these things. Poetic if I can kill him with it, don't you think? And he's just looking at HK intently. You poor soul. Join me and you too can be free.
I feel free now. I so sending Grift after us and destroying so many homes and people's lives, that was all as a means of revenge? A means of getting stronger?
No. He has gone rogue. I have been on my own for time. Since he grew in power and learned how to control devils and demons, I have been alone. Till I discovered a way into these bodies, these metal men. Now stand aside. I have a mission to fulfill. And perhaps you will be the one to help me do it.
What is it that you seek to do?
Get out of here for starters. Get my sword back. Wherever he's gone with it.
If you get out of here, manage to find him, and reclaim your sword, what then?
Then I will find Melnoris and take my revenge.
And what
You
happens
people
to
may be
Grift and
spared.
everything else?
Grift will die. He has betrayed me. You may live if you do not stand in my way. I have little interest in the throne of this planet. My interest lies further beyond your world. The empire of Melnoris will fall by my hand.
It seems, no matter your motivation at the moment, that our goals are somewhat aligned. Grift must be stopped and is very powerful. Do you hold any sway, any powers beyond your physical form?
I am weak in this body. Perhaps if I took yours, I would not be so weak, but I do have plans to reunite myself with a particular army. An army that I can control. An army beyond Melnoris. Yes. I wonder. Perhaps once again the Nephilim will rise.
I'm not sure about that. We could potentially let you know where there is more Warforged of a powerful variety you could maybe use.
So, you wish to aid me? I am interested to know of where I can take up more of these metal minions.
Very quickly through the rings, he's going to ask the others what they think about all this. And they're going to answer swiftly.
You kind of see like his head is like twitching, like it's malfunction. The Warforged is malfunctioning. It's like twitching.
I was thinking
Get
the
it
other
proper,
Warforged
like,
we know of is that big bloody, Master in the under the lake.
Yeah.
Oh, he's long buried. He's gone.
Or there is potentially a whole.
I mean, he could help
mountain
us
full
beat
of 'em.
Griff, but he sounds like he's not going to stop.
Perhaps if we were to help vanquish Grift, as long as we were to lay claim on the sword before him, we could make sure it's disposed of or given to more worthy owners.
Walther, what say you?
I do not know. I just know that this being was responsible for the destruction of my home city.
He points at Walter. He says, You are mind demons. I sense it in you. You are an elf. You have alliances with these. You feel allegiance to this elf that has taken my sword, my possession.
I feel no allegiance to a servant of the darkness.
I grow tired of this conversation. Either point me in that direction, or I will take this one for my own.
How close is he to us?
Oh, he's like right next to you. You just stood talking to each other.
I'm attacking.
Go for it. You can get round. Yeah, I'll give you 1 round surprise stack.
Give me 2 seconds. I'm pretty sure I have a surprisey thing. Feel free to talk for 2 seconds because I wasn't expecting to have to do this.
Surprise!
No, that's cool.
We're getting
That is
like
cool.
Mark 1
Um,
Ultron vibes from this guy.
A little bit, yeah.
oh, this is totally Age of Ultron. This is my Age of Ultron. You could, if ever you're like stuck for ideas, just steal something from what you like.
Oh, strength.
there it is. Okay, I'm gonna swing at him with my new special sword, the Heavens
Big
one,
old dick.
for 27 to hit.
That hits.
He's like, you will not take him. And then it does 12 plus 1d8 roll.
Just grabbing a drink, 1 sec.
19 damage. And the second hit is... So 19 fire damage. And then 22 to hit on the second attack.
Yep.
And that is... 19 damage on the second one. So 19 fire and then 19 slashing.
And he just, I mean, it was already pretty fucked up. It just goes down. And it's like, you just see like sparks of this arcane energy, which is the life force of these warforged, just start to die and flicker, and the eyes are just flickering, and then you hear the voice. And it just says, I had strings, but now I'm free. At which point, HK starts convulsing violently.
Wow,
Let's have a con
fuck.
save from HK, please.
Oh
As
my
that's going on,
God.
all of these sort of fiery runes down my sword sort of start to die down.
15.
HK is convulsing violently and just collapses onto the floor. You see his eyes are flickering. There's this arcane energy is just bursting out of his body. The life force that keeps a warforged going. Plates are popping off of him. There's just exposed pieces beneath them now. It's just exploding everywhere. Arcs of light, everything. His eyes finally flicker to that red that you see when he goes into a rage. And then you just, from HK, you just hear, there are no strings on. Yes, he just fizzles into nothing. The lights in his eyes go out. The sparks on HK completely, they're just... HK is lifeless on the floor. Very much so. Darkness. It's at this point you hear from further back in the cave these small like footsteps, and this small goblinoid woman, she's obviously a woman, she's got long hair. Like I said, as I said before, they're very World of Warcraft goblins. I don't want to go into much description. She says, did you get rid of him? What happened here?
He seems to have gone, but he has taken down our comrade. Can you help him? He's beyond our art.
Yes, we need to get him to the ship now. We could try. My name's Misa, by the way.
We have come
Who
to
are
seek
you?
Walter,
Well,
the
that's-
Hogan Rider.
I am Logan, and Logan will run ahead and start unfolding the ship thing.
She looks at HK. He's not one of them, is he? He's come to kill us.
No, he came to seek you, to seek your aid.
Right then, we gotta get to
have
my
to-
ship now,
Your ship.
please.
Which direction is this?
Yeah, it's not further in the cave. Quickly, my friends are there. We found, and she points at the broken one on the floor. She says, he came at us. He attacked us. We tried to save him, but he attacked us.
Logan will quickly say through the rings, "Are you coming?" Because obviously he ran off to set the ship up.
Say back, come back, there's a ship in the cave. Come back quickly.
Oh,
Move.
nice, Dan. Nice.
Very nice.
Right, he will, in that case, just start booking it back towards HK, and can I attempt? Do you still, Walther? Can you levitate him right now? I've seen you do the
Levitate
flyy
him?
thing before.
So levitate. Potentially.
I can
So
assist with a bit of hold up strength, but we need to get him to the ship.
then it would probably be roll him onto a blanket. We can drag him like a traverse.
I'm just gonna tie my rope like round his sort of midriff, hand one end to Walther and an end to myself. We'll drag him along.
Not on the rope. On a. I'll
have a
form a
blanket.
blanket.
Oh, do you
I've
have
got a
blanket?
blanket. It's in my
Okay.
traveling kit.
We'll drag him
full.
like 3PO
Head
behind
full.
R2, just in that bag of bits.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make like. I think just the adrenaline of what's happened, you just do it. I don't think you need strength checks. And she's like leading you further into the cave, and you're just dragging and dragging and dragging. And eventually, what you're confronted with is this silver. It's lit up. She's got light. As you go further in, there's lights, and they're all sort of pointing up like floodlights at this thing lodged into this cave, and it is this just from what you can see rounded silver capsule looking thing from the perspective you're at. I mean, you might assume that it could be disc shaped like a flying saucer, but it's a big silver capsule, and there's a ramp coming down to the ground, and she will have you drag HK to the ramp and up inside. We are half an hour short of where we'd normally be, but to be honest, I've got a hell of a lot more planning to do because
This is a full-on dun 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 moment.
Well, Dan and I have had private conversations.
Let me just pause you. Is this going to be something we
was
should not
expecting
know
you to
right now?
spend. No, I think it'd be nice, and people can interact with us on chat for a
Yeah.
minute. That's fine.
Sounds good.
So Dan and I have had conversations. That's fine. I was expecting you to fart around in the forest for a lot longer than you did. I wasn't expecting the compass, so I sort of planned to this point. So I don't want to go beyond that and make it up because off the top of my head, I'd rather have some plans in place for different bits. But for anyone listening in chat, I mean, and for you guys, what do you think?
That was
mean,
not
that
what I
was a big one.
expected. Not at all.
Scary times. I
Well,
wasn't expecting
somewhere
to.
in there.
I'm now feeling out. Get me out of here.
Yeah.
But he was the
Well,
last name I
big-
expected.
Big bads have to come into it at some point. Why not now?
Well, yeah,
Well,
why not?
definitely.
But is he the big bad? That's the thing.
I mean, what have we got here? We got Ben Kerno. He's in their court talking about it.
Yeah, big bad.
Electric Sheep.
Got Duckman. Yeah, a little bit of a sucker punch. Some evil big bad
Was.
coming out of the
Definitely.
thing.
Damn.
I like Duckman's comment. I see why DM was anxious to move on. Yeah, I kind of wanted to get to that point tonight. I really wanted to get to that point.
We had,
I didn't want to move into the next session and then get to that point.
quite a lot of interactivity today, so it was nice, guys. We had some of my old friends come in. Cash It Baby, I gave her a shout out. Go check her out. She plays a lot of Halo and stuff. We had Hendrix. He's multilingual. He does Arabic, English streams, a lot of shooting up stuff. But all the way through, other than those, we've had a lot of people chatting and interacting, so it's been nice. If anyone's got questions and stuff, now's the time. It's not often we talk.
Yeah,
during this type of stream, it's not often that we talk direct to you. To
Why
sort
did
of
you
not
do
get
that?
continuity.
Hang on.
But
And it's a shorter session.
Yeah.
It's a shorter session as well, but I just don't want to ruin it by like, oh, I'll just kind of
no,
like
it's
improv
the
a few
perfect
bits and then
EastEnders.
I'd
moment,
rather
isn't it?
leave it. Yeah.
No, for once we were efficient
I'd rather
enough
leave it
to
there.
get ahead of the game. That's not like us at all.
I did not know how you were going to get me out of stopping walking through that forest, but the blindfold was good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
improvising quick. What we got? Not a lot. Tie him to a tree, and then figure it out.
It was so Age of Ultron though, wasn't it? Just-
Yeah, a little sort of
I'll tell you what we're going to do then.
robotic figure crawling across the sand.
At the moment, we don't seem to be getting any questions, but you've all been great, so thank you all for joining. We're actually going to do a raid. We don't often raid after this stream. We do it after sort of others, but we've got a few friends who've been in the chat today who's actually gone off and streamed, so we're going to go and raid him. He's a good friend of mine and Steve Corb's up above. All our links, all our players are all in the chat up above if you want to check us all out. It's Steve Corbs 100, Captain Dan Face, and Captain Gingerbeard up there at twitch.tv. We'll be actually back next Tuesday because this is a reschedule tonight from me being ill the other week. So you don't have to wait long. 1 week today, 8:30 GMT, and we will find out what the hell is going on with Dan. But other than that, let's go check out Coca Crawley. If you've got 2 minutes, just say hi, drop some emotes and all that good stuff. Thank you all for joining, and we'll see you next week.
Cheers, guys.
Double salute.
Dan, you really needed those eyes. When I said like in the cave when it was dark and the eyes just suddenly light up, you needed that at that point.
Definitely.
Oh, that's good. I'm really pleased.
That was crazy.
I'm really pleased how that turned out.
That was a proper
I'm
like
happy with that.
bomb drop.
Yeah.
It's been like cliffhanger central lately, isn't it?
That was mental.
I was gonna bring. The thing is, I was gonna bring Dan in on it. I didn't actually tell you this, Dan. I was gonna get you to do the.
Dwarves of Cast.
There are no strings on me.
Doom. The Kingdom of Rohan just died like 2 minutes ago.
I was gonna get you to do that, but then I thought, nah, because it won't be a surprise for you then.
Erebor only has Erebor left.
Yeah.
What else is happening?
I didn't.
That's about it.
When you said these blue lights and this thing comes out, I was like,
welcome, Bankanor, Steve. How are you doing? I saw your text there. The stream yesterday went really well.
I did not expect him to.
That was just be scavenging for parts, I must admit, when it first came out.
I thought Dan was going to make some kind of deal with him. And all of a sudden it was like, I will take him. Like, fuck.
Yo, welcome back.
Tools of cleaners.
I was like, should I put my arms up? Would that help me, like, block it?
I was waiting for like. I was waiting for Dan to make the link because I did say, was it last session or the session before, and Melnor said he was disappointed with him. He said there is another Warforged on an island on your world.
Queen.
I was.
I think that's why I was like saying comrade and everything, and
my head was
introducing myself. That was like my favorite.
The conversation we had with the sort of vagabonds outside the lake city who were trying to kind of abduct us. And last time it happened, everyone was like, no, be nice. I thought, this time, no, I'm gonna fucking stab him. I'm not hanging back.
Well, yeah, I mean, that whole...
Yes, I'm calling you a queen, Broheim.
The whole, basically, possession of HK required someone to attack him. So I was like, come on, do it.
It doesn't get better than that.
I knew someone would at some point. I was just waiting for it. I just thought as soon as I said, my name's Narphiliac, you were going to be like, fucking kill him!
I was hoping he didn't just decide to go, second form. I had to put down my cake when you told me his name. I just started eating a nice chocolate gateau.
I know you did.
I was like,
that's so cool.
I was just like, holy shit. That's the best cliffhanger we've had all game.
My favourite feel moment and was when HK introduced himself in this like jovial, like Warforged manner, and you just reply, "You poor thing." You're like, "Uh-oh, this is not gonna go well."
I need this
Immediately.
Why,
it was just funny because one of you was just like, go on, what's your name? What's your name? Waiting for me to come up with some really long name. It's like, I'm Narphiliac.
Have it, yeah.
Oh, it was brilliant.
My economy.
Yeah, that was it. Have it, go on, have it. I'm Narphiliac.
I imagine somebody taller.
Yeah.
We had good
Or
stats
not
then.
as fucked up.
We had very good stats.
There was like 10 viewers at one point.
I think
Yeah,
we had about 14
considering
at peak.
not
13,
having
14.
like missing the last one.
Let's actually fight this one.
Yeah, it
you
was.
just- you usually struggle when you've just missed one for a week or two to get it back. Let me just load the stats.
Did your thing work in? I don't think it did.
What's that?
I was looking in the treehouse to see whether your
Yeah, it worked. Yeah,
self-promotion worked. Oh, I did, you.
did. I fixed it. I fixed yours as well.
You did. I noticed that. It worked, and I got some viewers.
Highest viewer count was 17. Average
Nice.
viewers over the start to end. If you cut out the first 9 minutes, which is like 5 minutes of counting down and a few minutes for people to turn up and stuff, without the first 9 minutes, the average was 12 viewers from start to end, which is strong.
Pretty good.
We got a follower. We got hosted by 2 people. We didn't do bad at all, actually. We got a lot of people spending channel points, and we got a lot of people actually interacting as well. Also, I spoke to Phantom on Discord partway through. He's going to be joining the trial on Thursday. Even though he's from Australia, he is very reliable. He streamed the entire of Dark Souls with me every single Tuesday for like nearly a year. Well,
He also doesn't sleep at night time, does he?
No, he's very much a night owl or whatever you
nocturnal.
call it. Yeah. He has in the past sometimes been known as a min-maxer, but if you ask him not to, he gladly won't. But we'll see how he does. If he doesn't mix with us, he doesn't mix.
That's fair. That's cool.
So yeah.
So how many have we got on for this trial? Have we got
It's
three trialees?
us normal and 2 trailers.
All right,
trailers.
that's because Mike's one
girls.
dropped off, didn't he?
Yeah, I think isn't one Dan's friend who's just got internet or something?
Yeah.
So
Just
Bina?
moved, so Bana. Yeah.
Dana.
Greek.
Sorry.
That's all right.
That's close. Must have been thinking of a black
What
currant
was it with
delicious
you and
drink.
your international friends?
Oh, he does, yeah, definitely. What's the day today? The 6th.
Tuesday the 6th. By the time we get to next Tuesday, I'd have been round the sun one whole time again.
71% of people who were in today sent more than 3 messages, which is good.
Most of them were us.
No, it doesn't count us.
Oh, right, okay.
It does
Oh,
unless
that's
I
good.
put them in, but I've took our names out. As long as Dan's using his
Okay.
correct account. He just has several accounts for everything.
I am Danuman of many accounts.
Also,
hello,
there's
Dan.
the
Hi, Dan.
things we're
How are
quite
you,
cool
Dan?
About,
Right, I'm a Saruman of many colours, Montel.
we got 7 people who came from outside links, so things like Discord where it got promoted, and we had 2 people click on, I can't tell which link it is, but either the YouTube or the Spotify links that were posted, so that's a good thing.
Cool.
That's a good thing.
24 unique viewers
Yes.
today.
Spotify stats are really awkward because it doesn't seem to tell you
Well,
anything. It's just like, I'm pretty sure like most the stats we get from Spotify are just me looking at it to make sure it works, because it says all the artists that the people who are listening to it like, and that's all like everything that I listen to. So I'm like, it's probably just me.
I listen to it, but I don't listen to anything else on Spotify. We had 37 different people view it for at least 5 minutes.
That's good. That's positive. I mean, obviously we didn't retain the 37 people, but we returned a few of them, so that's good news. And,
We need 37 people to be viewing at the cliffhanger moment where they're going to go, oh, let's come back next week. Let's see what happened throughout the rest of the episode, or all the other episodes. That's what we need them to do.
Yes, definitely.
But You may well pick up on it on VODs as well. So watch the views on that and see whether that goes up. But yeah, I think having the back-to-back will help to maintain the progress. Having the second week follow-up will probably help.
Yeah,
Let's see
definitely.
what the numbers are like next week. I think the double header will probably help your stats too.
Yes, I hope so. I don't mind so much.
I was
but
really
it was
disappointed
good
though.
fun.
It was good fun.
Well, the whole point
I
of
was
doing
disappointed you didn't get to explore the Whisperer in the woods a bit more.
Wasn't there a big tower in the middle of the woods?
Yeah, but
There
we
was
weren't
a
going
big
that
tower
way.
in the middle of the woods. You didn't go that way.
Oh,
The big
I
speeder
wanted
tower.
you to get to the bottom of whatever this. I just wanted to get to the bottom of whatever the thing was that was like harassing you.
What was the big thing that kept breaking branches?
I'm not telling you that. Maybe
We don't
one
know.
day you'll go back there
We
and
might have to
find
go
out.
back that way.
mm. Or it's big.
But I will submit road as a direction. You know.
Well, all I can say is that Dan, I'm gonna have to. We're gonna have to sort your our conversation out basically.
Where did you send it to, Kat?
Yep.
Oh, Dan,
Can you send it to email?
we need this goblin lady
Dan's-
to crack on and do some stuff quick.
Well, I'll give you a quick. I'll give you a quick heads up. Basically, Dan's leaving the group. He hasn't told you guys yet.
No.
Dan, what is your helmet all about? You were doing a lot of fidgeting with the helmet.
Oh, I got it today.
It looks
So-
cool, but what is
motorbike.
it?
New motorcycle helmet.
Oh,
It's like a half-face one.
it's like
so you
it
can
looks like
take
a
off-
proper SWAT helmet.
Yeah,
That's
I
cool,
probably
man.
won't wear it very much because it's really thin. So I'm only going to wear it for short journeys.
Oh yeah, because
Short journeys and
roads
playing
are less,
Halo.
the roads on a short journey are softer than those on long journeys.
Yeah, but you don't get the
That
speed up
sounds
on a
lucky.
round the corner journey, do you?
That's
Not like
right.
you're going on the motorway and doing
does look
70 mile an
cool.
hour on your bike, you know.
To be fair,
Yeah,
to
it's
be
like
able
the
to be
fast-
sold, it must reach a certain standard at least.
That's what I was looking for. There's like a mark on helmets to certify that it's passed some inspection.
Helmet.
I can't. An helmet inspection.
Should have a kite mark or a BS standard number. shouldn't
Yeah.
it?
Say you somewhere or other. SDR brand. Yeah, that one.
How did you enjoy it, Mike? Unraveling your story and
Oh,
having the
yes.
compass come out in the middle of nowhere.
Look at him, he's smirking.
It's a
There he
no
is.
smirking zone.
I was, yeah. I mean, that was a big reveal, really, wasn't it? But you're still no wiser or any closer to anything. It's
Mike,
just
you better
like
put some
I've been plotting this
perfect
whole
editing in this
story
one.
up.
When that cliffhanger, when he goes, I
Why?
feel like it needs to go dun dun dun. Have we got a title for this one?
I am Narphiliac.
No, you can't say that.
A
Oh,
walk in the woods.
Well, I was gonna. If you actually explored, if you spent a bit more time, and trying to figure out the first mystery, I was gonna call it the Whisperer in the Woods. But now I can't really because you kind of like glazed over that. The things you find in caves, I suppose it could be called.
Sticks and stones.
I think we've had one called Sticks and Stones.
Then have another one.
Lisa.
No, I'm sorry.
It's called
Blindfolds
Lisa
and
Sanaguizi.
Bombshells.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I like it.
Oh.
Oh, that's getting written down. That is
It's all
getting
a
written
quiver.
down right now.
I've just renamed the
Blindfolds.
video file.
Blindfolds and Bombshells.
Yeah, it's come through now.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's happening. That's happening. Nice one. Well done, Dan.
Cool. We had a bit of a laugh. We managed to get a bit of humour into chat as well with them, so that was good.
I think that's a good thing that makes people keep watching, because there are slow points when we get supplies or do a bit of sailing. It's not slow for us, but it's slow for watchers, and that's when their little laughs that they have and their little jokes that you have with them, especially when Mike just randomly farts in the middle of it.
Farts.
Them little laughs is what keeps people staying during those slow points.
I tell you what, though, you got to try the. You need to come down here and try those burritos out. They're nice.
I believe Ben's coming up here in the next soon.
Yeah, we've got a friend that lives up there somewhere.
In Rochdale, which is like directly midpoint between me and Corbs.
Yeah, that's right. What's his name? Can't remember his name now off the top of my head. But yeah, we got a friend that lives up there. He comes down here as well. But this little place we went to last night is it's my friend's brother that started it. He's